Welcome back to our channel, where you can keep up with the latest news and romance stories about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you interesting news. Catherine inherits the most wanted tiara from the late Queen, as she becomes the Queen Consort. Queen Consort or Queen Catherine. Assuming William succeeds to be the king, how would Catherine's regal title be, and what are they? For the purpose of being readily apparent, Queen Elizabeth II represents one of the cases of women reigning over England. They received recognition as queens due to the fact that they had become successors to the throne of England. In contrast, Princess Catherine for the years to come and Camilla, the Queen's consort currently. They have both been wedded to their companions of the person who comes the successor to the crown. This implies that Camilla and Catherine will never be referred to as queens, simply as queen consorts. That is the title which Catherine will have after Prince William turns into the king. However, Catherine, Princess of Wales, will be inheriting the jewelled collections and therefore will get the opportunity to witness her use these magnificent tiaras in the future banquet for the royals. These are undoubtedly exciting times for a fashion blogger like myself and royal lovers. Do you identify as the most recent function at which Princess Catherine donned her tiara? At the royal wedding last month, she donned the Lover's Knot tiara that she received through her late mother-in-law, along with the magnificent, unique ash pink gown. That'll give the globe a breath of fresh air. But patiently wait for what would happen if she donned a different tiara that came from the deceased Queen's jewellery collection. The late Queen Elizabeth II had the world's greatest jewels collection, which included magnificent tiaras, diamonds encrusted with diamonds, hundreds of diamonds, plus several additional gifts at her own will. The George IV state diadem, additionally referred to by the name of the Diamond Diadem, consists of one of the finest and most costly diamonds found among the 23,578 precious stones in the crown jewel inventory. Approximately 1,820, George IV commissioned Rundell and Bridge to make the work of art for £8,216. It ranks as one of the most recognisable jewels in the treasury of the monarchy and is considered to have a value worth more than £1 million at the moment. The diamond diadem is considered to become the royal symbol of England's most prominent headpiece. While it's rarely seen and is accessible to everyone, it can be found on British and Commonwealth coinage, postal greeting cards, and currency notes. Queen Elizabeth II had previously worn the crown of jewels on numerous occasions, especially when she was attending the 1952 State Meeting of Parliament, therefore the 1953 parade of her coronation. It's particularly rare in that it has only been authorised for monarchs as well as queen consorts. Will Catherine become the next queen to wear the dazzling diamond diadem? It's unlikely that the sparkling diamond-studded item will actually be displayed in the not-too-distant future. Based on the raw data collecting trustworthiness, the diadem has merely been worn by 4 queens throughout the last decade of the 19th century: Queen Victoria, Alexandra, Mary, as well as Queen Elizabeth II. It has become more frequently donned than the velvety cap. However, Queen Elizabeth II preferred to wear it singly. It has 1,333 diamonds in total, including a 4-carat bright yellow scintillating around the middle that comprises the outermost crossover. Let's take a trip back in time to recollect the remarkable tiara moments that Queen Elizabeth captivated the world with. Girls from the United Kingdom and Ireland tiara. Originally seen at the Manuel Opera in Valletta, Malta, the young queen arrived in splendour in 1967. Her dark hair was ornamented with the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Princess Catherine also wore this tiara on a number of occasions. Her Majesty possesses an obsession with the diamond jewels. The magnificent headpiece is commonly referred to as Granny's tiara because it was originally primarily owned by Queen Mary, the Queen's grandmother. She accessorized her ensemble with exquisite headwear and 2 outstanding bracelets that are featuring the bearing ruby jewelry comprised of jewels and gemstones, such as the rub along the pearl earrings. The piece of jewelry was believed to have been added to the existing monarch's clothing in about 1964, which renders it an extremely contemporary purchase. Her Majesty donned the magnificent Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, featuring brilliant queen diamonds and matching magnificent necklaces during a special night event in Singapore during her state visit to the nation of Malaysia around 1989. The gorgeous and colour green emerald mixture is part of the palace in Cambridge and Delhi Durbar Perur and was previously owned by Queen Mary, who allowed Garrard to create the spectacular stones. The beaming royal addressed a ceremonial meal held by the Schloss Bellevue Castle outside Berlin after a 4-day official trip to Deutschland in the year 2015. Grand Duchess Vladimir's tiara. During an official dinner in the year 1976, the Queen glittered with her Grand Duchess Vladimir tiara, sometimes known informally as the Russian tiara along with the Vladimir tiara. It was an additional present given to Queen Elizabeth II by her great-great-grandmother, Queen Mary of England. She paired the tiara with the identical diamond and pearl platinum jubilee choker, as well as a pearl and diamond dropped earrings to bring attention to the valuable stone drops over the headpiece. During the monarch's trip to Deutschland in the year 1978, Queen Elizabeth II dazzled another time wearing the Russian tiara after a banquet. She showcased one of the many ways the headpiece can be worn here, as well as featuring jewel decorations. The tiara is donned by the aspiring queen together with the crystal studs and diamond-shaped crown of the Faisal of Saudi Arabia string. The distinctive piece of jewels was created approximately for the time that she became the queen in the year 1952. During a royal visit to Switzerland from the early 1980s, the late Queen of England shone at the official banquet, sporting the gem and pearl Vladimir tiara, her frequently spotted pearl, plus an assortment of diamonds beside the gem and pearl gold diamond necklace. The lavish jewellery had initially been presented by Queen Victoria as a gift in recognition of her 50-year reign as ruler. It has 6 trefoils, and on the other side of the symmetrically capped quarterfoil that are able to be used as ornaments on their own. There are so plenty of lovely activities to engage in since Queen Elizabeth II's arrival in Nepal at the official meal in the year of 1986. Diamond and Russian fringe tiara. The monarchy's queen donned the seldom-seen Russian fringe diamond tiara for an official dinner in Reykjavik after a 3-day excursion into Iceland in the year 1990. The fact is notable because the item was originally owned by Queen Mary of England, hence why the piece of jewellery has been referred to as Queen Mary's fringe tiara. The gem-studded tiara was also worn by Queen Elizabeth II on her 1947 wedding to Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. Ultimately, it comes as a fragile item which was nearly broke during the marriage ceremony, which might clarify why we frequently remain ignorant to it, although it's currently being repaired. The Queen shined wonderfully while donning an exquisite sapphire and diamond collar and coordinating earrings at the King George VI Victorian collection. In the year 1850, her father presented her the lovely diamonds as a wedding gift. Her tiara was made out of a stunning modernist sapphire tiara, which was originally created in 1963 to complement the magnificent necklace. A sophisticated and colourful blue wrapping dress completed the overall appearance. Queen Mary's diamond fringe tiara. Although Queen Elizabeth II was likewise vacationing in Jamaica throughout 2002, she attended an official banquet at the Lieutenant Governor General's mansion, and royal fans were treated to a completely unique spectacle of Queen Mary's diamond fringe tiara. She paired with striking piercings and a Sapphire City of England fringe choker. Brazilian emerald tiara. When visiting with the Brazilian President Luiz Inácio ahead of the official banquet within the presidential residence in the year 2006, the Queen dazzled by sporting a magnificent rainbow tiara. Queen Elizabeth II was dressed appropriately for the occasion, donning an aquamarine Perura tiara. Brazilians presented the reigning monarch with the diamond and aquamarine earrings and colour ensemble after her inauguration, and the Queen subsequently commissioned Garrard, who were to create a suitable headpiece. Tiara of the Grand Duchess Vladimir. There are so many variations on how to wear one tiara. At an official dinner in the year 2006, Queen Elizabeth II wore an additional basic, in general terms, version of the Grand Duchess Vladimir tiara. She paired the shining tiara with a jewel Nizam of Hyderabad pendant, diamonds candelabra studs, plus a sparkling pearl dropper. The King made a pledge while visiting the nations of the Baltic alongside the Duke of Edinburgh. Burmese ruby tiara. During an official visit to Slovenia with the Duke of Edinburgh in 2008, Her Majesty the Queen was lovely in appearance during the official meal outside Bardo Castle. She had conceived thinking about something while donning the Burmese ruby tiara that she was given from Garrard. The ornate headdress was constructed by jewelers using ruby stones donated to the Majesty as an act of kindness by the people of Burma. She complemented the luminosity of the diamond and ruby headpiece using suitable studs and beautiful bearing ruby necklace. Vladimir's diamond and emerald tiara. During the International Marine Dinner at the Royal Residence in the year 2019, the late Queen debuted a magnificent emerald necklace and square-cut diamonds ringed by ruby gems and accented with jade drops. It seemed great with the emerald and diamond Vlad headpiece. Thank you for taking the time to glance over today's video. What do you like the best? And which tiara would you like to see Princess Catherine sporting when she becomes the Queen's consort in the not too distant future? Please share your thoughts with us and we'll say goodbye for the time being.